Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something uncomfortable as always, and I have a question for you. Why are you broke? Why are you broke? I want you to answer that question for yourself. This video is not for people who are not broke and manage their money well. If the reason you're broke is because you literally actually don't make enough money, which is very valid, this video is also not for you because there are a lot of people that are literally just not making enough money. But you can't just blame capitalism or the economy immediately if you've never budgeted. If you've budgeted, if you've cut back, if you've quit luxuries and anything outside of necessities and you still can't afford a living, that's not your fault. That's capitalism, and that's very valid. But if your answer is gonna immediately be like, oh, capitalism, oh, the economy, do you know where all your money is going? Is it going on fast food? Is it going on subscriptions? Is it going on luxury instead of your bills and your loans and your payments? Then it's not the economy and it's not capitalism, it's you. Like, how aware are you really of where all of your money is going? I'm gonna tell you guys a little story. I am incredibly financially aware, probably a little bit to a fault. When I was a teenager, there wasn't a lot of money going around in my house, you know, for luxuries, social gatherings, going to the mall, going out with my friends, whatever. So I got a job immediately, okay? I got hired at McDonald's a week before my 16th birthday, and my first day was the day after my 16th birthday. I'm working at McDonald's. Obviously, I'm living at home. I don't have really bills. I think I was paying for like my cell phone bill and my car insurance bill. It was a lot cheaper back then, so it wasn't like a huge debt, right? Back then, we got paper statements from our bank, right? And I remember getting my first paper statement a month into working, so I had gotten 2 paychecks already. And I was thinking, you know what? Like, I don't really spend money like that. I'm really good with my money. I know I'm gonna have hella money left, right? To my surprise, I opened up that statement, my very first statement at 16 years old, and I had no money in there. Immediately, I thought fraud. I said there's fraud going on. Somebody's using my card, clearly. So I went through every single transaction, and to my surprise, it was all me. It was all me. And all of the transactions were like tiny, like $1 here, $2 there, because I didn't think about that. It's like, oh, it's cheap. Oh, I'm hungry, I need to go grab this. Oh, you know, I'm craving this, blah, blah. A lot of it was fast food. And I stopped immediately. Immediately I stopped. Since that day, and I am now in my 30s, since that day, I do not spend 1 red cent without thinking about it first. And I know where all of my money is going. All of my money is going all of the time. Every subscription, anything I ever pay out, I know exactly where all of my money is going, and I intend for it to go that way. I don't have very many subscriptions, and that's all because of just that first month working and seeing how my money was drained on 99 cents here, $1 there, blah, blah, blah. And I think that principle still applies. It's applied my whole adult life, my whole working life. It's applied all throughout my 20s, all throughout my 30s. And guess what? Always had savings account. And most of the time, I have more money in my savings account than people who make more than me, way more than me. They've said stuff to me in the past like, oh, you're so lucky that you can afford this. Oh, you're so lucky that it's not luck. It's intended that way. You know, here I am making minimum wage and you're making $10, $15 more an hour than me. Why am I able to? I'm not using credit cards. I don't use credit cards. I don't have rich parents. I don't have a rich family. I find that a reason a lot of times that people are broke or not where they want to be financially is because they're spending money absent-mindedly. And when I notice it in people, and I might, you know, gently call them out, hey, you really need that? Hey, we're on the way home. Do we really need to stop for food? We got food at the house, you know? They'll say, oh, come on, Yana. It's just $5. Yana, it's just $10. You are $5 and $10 yourself to broke and debt. You are nickeling and diming yourself to the grave. That's crazy. I guess that's my big message for today. If the reason that you're broke is because you've never budgeted your money. You've never sat down and checked where all of your money is going, what you're purchasing, what subscriptions you still have that you might not even know about. That's so crazy to me. I have and will and stand by, even if I go to a vending machine, because this happens sometimes, and I put in my money and it doesn't give me the snack, like it stays in the thing, I will find the customer care line and I'm gonna get my $1.25 back. Why would I spend $1.25 for nothing? When I say you need to manage where all of your money is going, I'm not talking about your big purchases. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about the 99-cent store stuff. I'm talking about the value menu, dollar menu stuff. That's usually where a lot of people lose it. $5 charge, $5 charge. That's how I lost it. So I lost all my money in my first month of working. And immediately I stopped. When I'm talking about spending, I'm not only talking about like your debit card or I'm talking about all spending. If you spend on your credit card, that is your purchases, that is your spending, that is your money. If you spend on your debit card, obviously that is your purchases, that is your spending, that is your money. If you have a job with tips and you spend your cash, then that is your purchases, that is your money. And this is the mindset that you need to be in if you want to have any type of future of financial freedom, or at least not financial chokehold. We might not all be able to reach financial freedom at the moment with the way inflation and capitalism is going, but that doesn't mean that we don't need to have debt kicking us down. We don't need that. It's like the same idea that if you're on a diet and you want to lose 50 pounds, but you only managed to lose 20, that doesn't mean like you should just go and be like, oh, forget it, I didn't reach my 50-pound goal, I'm about to gain 30 right now. No. Just because you can't see the end of financial freedom doesn't mean you should stop trying, because every step closer you get to that is a relief. It's less debt callers calling you every day. It's less collections against you. It's less hit to your credit score. And all of these things are pieces of financial freedom. I would say the most important thing to identify and do for yourself and for your budget, number one, very most important, know where all of your money is going and being intentional with where's your money going. It's not enough to just know, you need to be intentional with it. Is a $1.99 value meal or dollar store or whatever purchase really worth going into debt for? That's how you have to think about it, because that's how it is. It all adds up. Number two, you need to have an emergency fund. You absolutely need an emergency fund. I say the more the better, but from other creators that I watch online that talk about debt and financial freedom, they recommend about 3 to 6 months. And so this is 3 to 6 months of all your purchases. If all your income stopped today, that emergency fund should be able to fund you for 3 to 6 months. A full one will be 6 months, 6 months plus, okay? Number 3, a savings account. This is separate from your emergency fund. If you don't have a separate emergency fund from your savings, you don't have a savings. If your emergency fund isn't full of 6 months worth of living expenses, you don't have a savings account. Those things need to be separate. You want to avoid making it easier for yourself to justify pulling from it. Emergency fund, emergency only. Savings, you have a little bit more room to play around with it. If you want to spend it on luxuries or eating out or vacation, that comes from the saving. It does not come from the emergency fund. And I think those are so crucial. They're not only the beginning steps, they are the foundation of financial freedom and being in control of your expenses instead of letting your expenses control you. That is my little chat for today. Comment down below if you've heard this before, and comment down below if you have been somebody who has turned their finances around through intentional and aware spending. Love you guys. Cheers.